So we're going to choose this action from action JavaScript there, and now here's the builder, and we can specify the filter to apply either by submitting values from the dialog, which is the option that we want, or we could also choose specify now, which would let us type in an explicit filter like state equals New York or something like that to just fetch the keys for an explicit filter. But I'm going to choose compute from submitted values, and now define which values will be submitted to the server from which the filter expression will be computed. So I'll go there and bring up my builder, and I'm going to say now that we're going to submit this field, the data called search first name, and then we're going to use whatever value was submitted in that field to search in a field in the table called first name, and we'd like to allow QBF syntax, and then we're going to choose search option 2, which means is contained in. So that's our first search field. Our second search field is going to be the last name field, so we'll go there and choose last name, and again we'll turn on QBF. And then our third search field will be the state field, so let's go there now and we'll choose Bill State Region, and again I'll turn on QBF. So we've now specified which fields from the dialog will be submitted and how those submitted values will be used to compute a filter expression. So let's click OK now, and then save this, and then go back to run mode now. So we'll click our hyperlink to reveal the search part, and let's just go here and type in, say, MA, and then hit search. And then what we see now is that we've just done a search for records equals Massachusetts. Now I'll go there and type in, say, another search, and now I'm going to get New York, or I can go there and type in California, and I can see records in California. So there's two additional points I'd like to point out right now. First of all, keep in mind that we haven't yet addressed the issue of the sort portion, and we'll get to that a little later. But let's go back to design mode right now, and what you will recall from the original video is that we had some debugging information showing, so every time we actually did a search or a sort, we were displaying the filter and where clause that the grid was using, and that was done by just scrolling to the bottom of the builder here, and you can see I can turn on show computed query, and then all that I need to do is specify the ID of some element on the page, say a div where I would like to display the data. So what I had done previously is I'd put some static text, a static text control, and inside that static text control I had a div with an ID of, say, QRY for query, and then I had entered QRY in the element ID there. So that's how I was able to turn on the debugging information that actually showed me what the query was. But if I look back here to the builder, I can see that there's another option here called the base filter, and I'd like to just explain briefly what the base filter does and why it's there. The base filter is a filter that is applied that is in addition to whatever filter the user defines over here. So for example, if I'm only displaying, if I only want the current user to see records that are related to, say, his account, I might have in the base filter something like, account number equals, and then the current logged on user's account number, and then any query that the user defines using the search fields. For example, you can see over here, if I go here and search, say, for state equals Massachusetts, and I've defined a base filter that says and account number equals, and then some user account, then the filter that's going to be applied is state equals Massachusetts and whatever the base filter is. So the base filter is very important in certain types of applications where you want to let the user create their own filters, but these filters are to be applied on top of the base filter. So let's continue now in the next video with how to actually add the sort part to the component.